Welcome to Honest Whispers Unboxing and Inspection. On this video, I'll be unboxing and inspecting from the Yamato Girls Collection, Space Battleship Yamato 2199, Mori Yuki 1/8 Scale PVC Figure, Salute version. Released by MegaHouse back around February 2015. And the standard versions were released earlier than that at April 25th, 2013 and August 10th, 2013. I actually bought this maybe about a year ago, probably a couple years after it was released, off Amazon. It was a Japanese seller and actually had it wrapped like this. Box pretty much perfect except for maybe a little minor ding right there. And right now the value I can't say it just did go up, but at least from my research right now, definitely won't be able to find this on retail price, at least the Salute version. And this one at the lowest right now that I've seen is at around $100, $110, depending on the shipping. And of course, not sure about the taxes, import taxes, things like that. But at least from solid, US sellers, I mean, there's a couple people who's already listing these at $165, $170, whether it be eBay or Amazon. So definitely a character I liked a lot, and especially recently after the redesign and then the updated version, of course. So this one, it has been this isn't a factory wrap, it's just has been pretty, the tape is pretty strong, and I don't want to pull this or wedge my finger in it and end up creasing the box. I do want to keep this in the best condition as possible. So, and of course when I cut this, I don't want to cut the box itself either. So what I'll do is I'll pull on the bag a little bit, make a small incision, and then just kind of go along the way until, let's see, looks like this is the top. So what I'll do is, again, just to get a better angle, would be easier for me if I had this on top, but I do want to show this on camera because, again, I want to lift this as much as possible without damaging the box. And I'm making sure the blade never touches the box, even though there's a plastic wrap between it. And again, I'll just continue to kind of slice away the tape where it's stuck at. It's a slow process, but it does guarantee me that I'm not gonna damage this box any further. And of course, even though when I'm opening it, I do want to maintain the box in the best condition possible, so that if I ever do choose to sell this, then at least the condition of both the figure and the box would help me retain the most possible aftermarket value when I do sell it. So this is really well taped. Pretty much every angle or fold there is. So got that done, and then I don't know if I have enough space. I know it should be, looks like it is somewhat folded here. There it is. So let me see if I could widen this a little bit more. So there's a tape in the back too. You know what I might try to do is push this down and then slide this out. Again, because it's such a tight fit, yeah, it's too big for me to actually grip it. So what I'm gonna do is, rather than trying to take a shortcut and cheat, I might not even need a knife on this. The tape is okay. I'll just kind of, yeah, it might be safer if I just cut the tape a little bit so that I don't pull on the plastic or the box. There. And that's just the outer carton. Okay, so now that I got that spread out wide, I'll put this down away. Here it is, very nice. Does look like it's factory sealed tape. Simple 1, 2, 3. Let me see how it looks on the bottom. Bottom is a folded type, so this one usually they don't even tape it. And as far as this goes, I don't have any nails, so I don't want to. And also, when you do try to, how you say, scratch off the tape with your nail, again, what happens is you leave indented lines. So if you have like an OCD issue and then you want to get rid of everything, my best tip would be is just make the very careful incision so that your blade isn't touching anywhere near the box. And then from here, well, there's 2 more tapes, but from here, after you cut it, what I'll do is I'll use the edge right here and carefully, without peeling off the outer layer of the box, which can easily tear out depending on how strong the material is. Now I just want a piece of the edge. And I need this angle too. So what I'll do is, rather than my nail, I'm using just the surface of my finger, and I peeled away a bit of the edge right there. And then from, as soon as there's enough for me to actually grab, then I'll do is just slowly peel from the base as close as you can. You don't want to pull like this, then it tends to kind of either rip or something. On the edge, it did leave a bit of some sticky residue right there, so I'm just gonna dab it out. And actually looks like part of it's even discolored from the factory tape. So other side, I would basically do that as well, but of course I'll do that at another time. On the rest of it, I'm just gonna, that's a bad angle for me. I'm gonna go ahead and do that very careful incision. And sometimes, rather than trying to slice through from the edge, because it does give you a resistance right here when you're starting from the edge. So what I'll do is, I'll just before the edge, I'll kind of poke it through, and then I'll slide it through. And that way you don't have some kind of accident where you're kind of tugging on it, and after too much force you're ripping into the box just because the tape suddenly gave in. And since this edge is sticking out a bit, I'm gonna pull on the side, and then how you say, pull it that way so that I could untuck this little hook. So basically I didn't create a crease right there. And this, of course, I just want to straighten it out. I don't want to fold it backwards too much, then it just takes away too much of the sturdiness of that original fold. So here it is. I'm just gonna pull on this, very similar to the kotobukiya type of packaging where you have two plastic shells. Very nice background in the box. I mean, the box design is amazing because you get to see like the door of the ship, and even on the bottom it's kind of like a let me see if I can get a better focus. It's like the floor of the ship as well. That's really cool. Very cool design. Looks like it comes out right there, but so I'll put this box on the side. And here she is. Comes with that extra arm, with that tablet looking thing. Amazing. And this approximately, if I can show you, is around 9 inches. It is a 1/8 scale figure. So right there, she's about like a good 8.5 or so, maybe closer to 8 actually. Just a little bit above. Now the base itself adds about a good 1/2 inch. So definitely just under 9 inches. And this one looks like there's 2 tapes on each side. Let me see if there's anything on top or bottom. Okay, nothing on top or bottom. So similar to this or the other one, I'm just gonna see if I could. And with this, because it's plastic, I can use my nail without really worrying about any kind of indented line that I might create on its surface. So, and plastic peels off much easier, smoother. Of course, when you do that right there on the edge, I'm leaving a bunch of the tape, the sticky tape residue. See if I can get a better surface. Well, I guess you can't really see off the camera, but little by little it is taking out, which I'll go ahead and do later on as well, because there's always other areas that I could clean. And again, when you use your nail to kind of peel off at least this edge of the tape like that, that can also create some sticky residue to sort of build up, almost glue-like. And basically, you might want to dab that out as well. So, okay, this one's splitting up, and that little piece is already falling out. So these plastic pieces don't really lock in. You know what I'll do is, since I already have the tape kind of peeled up, I'm gonna leave it there just so that it holds it for now, because these little tabs right here isn't really holding it. And as far as this part goes, you know what might help is if I just use the knife and just the side of the blade to not actually cut, but I'm lifting it up so that I have something to grab. In that way, which I just hate leaving a corner of the tape. I'd rather have residue that I would dab out than a little piece of tape that's left behind. This is kind of the same. Rather than rubbing it out, just gonna use a knife, pull the tape, although it can rip like that, so before I can end up ripping too much of it and end up having two pieces of tape, I want to try to keep this in the same piece and just pull it out like that. Alright, so here we go. So the final tape that I didn't finish pulling out. And there's, the camera might catch that actually. Well, it doesn't matter. It's just residue that I'm gonna have to dab out later on anyways. And of course you get one piece that's always super tight. I forgot that this was right there like this on the edge. Nice base. It's kind of transparent with the logo Yamato UNCF with the little anchor inside the shield. Very cool. And it has two little tabs. Go ahead and set that there. She is nicely wrapped. Feels very sturdy. Does have that feel of, I know it's a different company, but I mean quality wise, it just really does have that that like a Kotobukiya Bishojo feel to it. Paint is amazing. It's so nice, glossy, almost everywhere pretty much spot on as far as details go. There's hardly if not any bleeding. All lines are pretty sharp and straight. The hair kind of has that like Kotobukiya Bishojo. Actually, let me put this down into the base right here. So it looks like from facing it that way, and she is facing the front. If I put it there, oh man, it just goes in nice snug. I'm not fighting it or forcing it. Very smooth. Now I have the base where the Yamato is nice and centered facing us or towards us, right side up. So the angle of the statue is perfect. I mean, she is looking almost straight towards us. And then of course these are the extra pieces. That's really cool. As far as the tablet looking thing goes, it's like, it's not flimsy. It's nice plastic. Looks like she kind of holds it. Whoops. I don't want to mess with the too bad. Rather than sliding, oh, I guess I could slide it in. Something like that. She's holding. So rather than the arm saluting, she'll be holding this. But the fact that it's a salute version and this is the standard version comes with this. So I'm definitely liking the salute version, and I'll probably keep it displayed in the salute version. Especially because it just looks better, and of course one of her best features is her body. So basically when you're holding this, you're kind of covering part of her body, as you can see in the examples. So yeah, definitely just gonna be plain honest, it's just, I'd rather see more of her than have her covered up. The gun, the holster, that's amazing. I mean, it almost looks like I could open it and take the gun out. Man, it's just, for a statue or figure this big, for something at this cost, the quality is amazing. I'm very happy with it. I can see why the salute version already has some increase in the aftermarket value. Down to even her fingers, very nice. Her, again, her body, butt, legs, I mean, perfect proportions, very nicely sculpted, no little like dimples or anything like that. Everything is very nice and smooth. I am very amazed and happy with this. Looks much better in person. Definitely this is something where it looks much better in person than it does in the pictures or even inside the box. And one of the main reasons is, again, is due to the glossiness, the shine of the suit or the painting, and you get the, and it's mixed with these matte finish. This is even sort of a shaded, kind of has the shaded painting style to it, so really gives you a realistic leather look. And the way her hair is matte finished really stands out, just the way her costume and everything. So there it is. Thank you for watching. Until next time, continue reading the King James Version Bible and eat your vitamin C's daily. And if you haven't seen Space Battleship Yamato 2199, I definitely recommend it, especially because they just recently finished the second season or second series, which is Space Battleship Yamato 2202. And these episodes were released in the movie theater, so they are high quality animation. So one last turn before the salute for goodbye.